Representative Romero, thank you for bringing up these valid points. In fact, I share your concern about the public participation. You know, zoning is a local matter, and the cities take a lot of time and consideration and public input when they're discussing the future of their communities. And this bill would basically allow the state to dictate how cities control their communities.
Yeah, I think that what we're looking at right now is we are actually in a zoning commission meeting right now.
Oh, okay, right.
And somebody has come in with a proposal to say, I want to take all land in the state of Texas. If it hasn't already been platted, I want to be able to put 20, 30, 40 houses. It doesn't matter if it's 10,000 square foot lots next door. As long as it hasn't been platted, I want to do this around the whole state. I can't think of a zoning commission meeting where that would actually have any success, Representative Collier.
And so I'm glad you brought up the fact that this is already allowable. Cities can take this and do this now if they so choose, but under this bill, they would be mandated to do this or to accept these proposals. Is that right?
So right now, after the amendment has been stripped out, there is no public input.
But I'm talking about right now, in current, with even this bill was not here. They already could do this.
There are other zoning classifications that aren't quite as intense as this, that would still allow for more lots than what's the current average in different cities. But to the author's point, San Antonio, Austin, Houston, many cities have already chosen to do this on their own, so they are doing it. It depends on the city. Some cities are pretty strict. As we said, Frisco, it's 7,000 square foot minimum.
But because they know what's best for themselves.
And
but now we're doing a one-size-fits-all.
That's correct, Representative. This is a one-size-fits-all, and the danger here is there's nothing that a zoning commission can do to deny a project. If you build your roads as they should be within your development, it has to be accepted no matter what. And if it's accepted within this bill, it also allows for anyone who's been, if they believe they've been damaged, to sue your city if they feel like they've been denied.
And the other concern that I have is that the talking points have been affordability. And I'm glad you mentioned that there's nothing in this bill that would make homeownership more affordable for anyone. And so my concern is that there is a misrepresentation about the intent and the actual outcome or impact that this bill will have for everyday Texans.
You're absolutely right. The impact here is great. What's happened to established neighborhoods, if something like this happens, it changes that. Established neighborhoods, which might have always had to deal with a road that isn't really adequate for the capacity of people that will be on that road, none of that comes into play now, Representative Collier.
Not even food, restaurants or grocery stores, none of that comes into play.
That is never a consideration for a zoning commission. It's never a consideration for a city council. I mean, bottom line is, without this amendment, we are voting on this concurrence that takes away any potential for public input. I'm not going to take that right away from my district, from my city council. I don't believe that we should be a zoning commission for the state. I'm not going to promote this because of its lack of transparency on a local level. This is not the way we should treat our constituents. This is not the way we should treat our voters. And regardless of whether or not I believe that small homes are good, which I would love to support small homes, but I think that we should do it in an orderly fashion where it benefits all communities and it doesn't take out the people's right to speak up. As someone that served on zoning commission, Representative Collier, the last thing I want is for somebody to get a notification that there's a proposed change. They show up and be told, I'm sorry, there's nothing you can do here.
That's very disappointing.
Yeah, well, I think that we're going to bring a lot of heartache to communities, to families that have planned on living in a single-family neighborhood where their lots and their neighbors' lots are 5,000 to 10,000 square foot, and from one day to the next, because there's a 5-acre little farm that never sold, that's never been platted, they're going to turn around, they're going to look back, and there's going to be 300 little tiny homes. Mm-hmm. So there's no building standards in this bill. There's nothing that says what's going to be required. Oh,
The gentleman's time has expired.